Oh, hello again. So, oh, the changes, the changes, the changes. Um, I did have some technical difficulties, not with my new computer, but with my video capture system, because I am running an external video capture card. And for some reason, I started generating an error telling me that my video card was already in use. And I didn't remember changing anything on it, so I did do some playing. I did advance some during that time, and I actually went ahead and I leveled up a second mercenary. Oh yeah. The reason for it is this guy here is using galvanic shards and kind of a electrical thingy, right? And this guy here is grenades. And so I'm trying to see which one I kind of like better, right? So we're gonna... I don't know which one to run right now. I keep trying to get TwoDogs here caught up to Resimus Prime. Now, if you can guess where I got the name TwoDogs from, bonus points, bonus points. And then this, I did bring the monk up to level 8. There's a radical, yeah, so let's take Resimus Prime in here and see where we're at, because I don't even remember. Oh, okay, so he's got a bunch of stuff, doesn't he? Oh, I don't even know. What's this? Town. Recreate the Horn of Vastiri, Valley of the Titans. 19, 20. I don't think I ever got the sandstone barrier open, did I? Click to travel to Helani Gates. What do I got here? It's into power. Use the desert. Use the desert. Use the desert. Use the desert. Huh. I just want to try something for right now. Because alright. I want to see which one I like better, right? See, that's pretty hot, right? Well, I've already been through here. Alright. Oh, do I have to... Alright. Do I have... Why did it show the quest thing here? I don't understand. Alright, let's try this here. What do I got here? The Valley of Titans. You know, the thing about it is when I look at that, right? Let me just see something here. For some reason, I was under the impression that here... Oh, okay, Valley of the Titans 21. That's just the caravan. See, I want to go into the sandstorm barrier, so you'd think that I would be able to get there from the Helani Gates, right? Because, you know, why have you going over to these other areas? Alright, so never mind. Let's just, well, hang on. Let's try running this again and just seeing if I missed something. Because I feel like I did. Alright. Need you to open the gates up, right? Yeah. Oh, look at this. Here we go.
Well, still works. Moron!
Advance with me.
You're dead!
Alright. See, that galvanic shard seems a really good, nice little trash clearer, right? Boom, boom, boom. Okay. See, that seems pretty good for that, right? And the thing about it is the grenades are a very, very different experience. All right. I don't actually know where I'm going. And see, that's the 2 shots thing for this crossbow. Oh, hey. Uh-oh.
Nice shot! Simple enough.
It's one thing you did a lot of in Diablo. Corpse looting. Alright, so there's no like way out of here at all. Okay. Dyad crossbow. Take that. Alright, so what are we looking for here? Okay. See, that's pretty pretty nice there for going through trash, right?
If we can allow the caravan through all 3 gates, my warriors will swarm them under.
Alright. Hey, what do you guys going on here? Oh yes.
Onwards! Give
Forward!
these demons no quarter!
What do we got going here? What I'm wondering is if I'm going to find, like I said, another...
My pockets are full.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if I've missed something. I'm pretty certain I've missed stuff. But, I don't know.
King's will. The final gate is broken. We must continue our advance.
I just feel like I've been through all of this before. Don't know that I missed anything as far as this aspect goes.
Noxious sick.
Yeah.
Come on, now. How is this possible?
You are unworthy! I shall dethrone you, Sekima, and leave you to the sand! Wrath for the king!
Need more time.
I shall dethrone you, Sekima, and leave you to the sand! You are unworthy! Malekith will fall by my hand! I shall dethrone you, Sekima, and leave you to the sand! I shall dethrone you, Sekima, and leave wrath for the king! I tried to seek peace, and the Sekimas disgraced me! Rot in the sand. This time, we choose war!
Oh shit, not good, not good.
We shall finish this! But not today.
Make haste.
Holy cow.
I got
Stairs, does this get me out?
Quickly! He conjures the very sands against us! This is no matter of sandstone. We must battle sorcery with sorcery. Let us return to the caravan and entreat Zarka's wisdom.
Okay. Huh. Okay, well, I guess there's a whole lot of nothing down here, huh? Just to make sure. That's it. Huh. Don't get it. Ah, that's the one thing, you know, I haven't, I mean, I've watched a few videos of people playing, but I haven't, like, looked at any guides or anything like that. So, you know, I don't actually know all the kind of, like, ins and outs or even really, you know, because I haven't, you know, some of these people, you know, they play through this game a ton, right? And I'm just still working on doing my first characters, so.
I shot.
So I don't know necessarily what the best way to complete, you know, all the various tasks is, right?
Dark machine. Easy.
So, you know, this is kind of like, you know, see now my other build is a little bit more built around this right here, right? As opposed to that. Because I use the freezing shot with the grenades on TwoDogs. And I kind of like that a bit, but you know, there's something about the sheer efficiency of this build that's really, really nice. Not getting squat for experience, so I'm going to assume that because of what I saw there, I'm not going to find the answer to that piece just yet, right? You know, this for this kind of stuff, though. I mean, if you're just trying to farm for gems or whatever have you, this is a real nice build for that. 'Cause, I mean, like that right there. And see, now I'm not even using double barrel because I was kind of waiting to see. I don't know where I am. It doesn't matter. Let's just do this. Okay. So, now, the one thing I kind of wanted to do, I did pick up stuff. Alright, we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that.
How can I advise you?
Do I have anything I can, oh, look at that. Yeah. 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 Okay. Good. Nice. So many people I can barely see the stash thing. Okay. Oh, quality. I can get... That's nice. Quality lets me get more of these. And as it turns out, you want lots of quality items to destroy. Yeah, see, you want to destroy them. Okay, so we want to sell you. Hey. Oh, I see. I finished one off. Okay, there we go. What is this one? Storm Ruin. Oh, all the way at the bottom now. Got moved. Oh! Alright. Alright. Okay, guess we're full up. You can be sold. Oh, okay, that we'll be carrying that around for a bit. And what's this? Level 6? Flash grenade, explosive grenade, whatever. Okay. Come back to that. So, now you have him. now we turn around, and now TwoDogs is 4 levels lower. But I did manage to get him up to the same territory, level-wise, and you know, silly me. You know what I should have done? Was I should have shown you this. So I come down basically along here, and I go into the cooldowns. That's the primary reason for coming down this path, and then I get up into the grenade damage. And again, I get cooldown, pick up an whole extra cooldown here, and get my rate up. And I come back down here again, and what do? Cooldown. Cooldown, cooldown, cooldown. And I've gotten myself over to here, and my goal is to go up here because this is reduced detonation time. Make them detonate faster. Plus I use short fuse where I can. And then now my goal with this afterwards is to continue up to here, cut across over to here, and then go up again. Oh wait, that's not the one I was thinking of. There it is, right here. I only have to go to here. Come down here, right there. Pick up another cooldown. Okay. And then after that, we're going to go up here, go to here, go to here, go to here, pick up another cooldown, plus we pick up area of effect. And so, we're also going to then look at these herald skills to pick up increased area of effect and increased damage. And we're probably also going to look over here at these herald skills, although won't do this one because of the reduced damage. But we'll do the efficiency to try to be able to get another spirit-based gem used somewhere along the way. But that's that one. If you were to look at this versus the other one's ailment. So it comes down here, goes up here, goes along here, and then goes down the ailment side. Comes down, goes straight down the middle again, but goes past that up here to ailments. And then the goal is to take it all the way along here, go up here and get this thing here that keeps you from having more than one damaging ailment on you at a time. Then to go back up through here, pick up electrical damage and elemental. Eventually pick up a couple of these. I don't really worry about the cooldowns the same way. But then come back up through here and pick up another 20% for to inflict ailments. And then here, come through here on the one with the thing and pick up this electrocute, because that is a specific kind of ailment that allows not so much a stun, but it keeps them from, it's almost like a silence, it keeps them from doing actions. So, and this guy, and the other guy, you saw electrical stuff on the weapon. That's because of the Herald of Thunder for electrical. And this guy's got the Herald of Flame, I think is what it's called. Let's see. Herald of Ash. That's it. So, let's, what's he got going here? Travel the Trader's Passage. So, I think, see, he's not quite as far along. He's not to the Halani Gates. So let's just see how the grenades compare. Okay. Is this where the big bugs are? So now on this one, what I do is I keep the freeze gun for bosses, and otherwise stun and a fire.
Take back!
Oops.
Weak animal!
Gotta get back into it after playing the other guy. This one's got a different feel to it. See what I mean? Different play style. Mm-hmm. Now, mind you, this guy is, he's actually farther along to the level than the other guy was. But if you remember, I started the other guy out with a different build and I switched him over. So, that might not have been the case if I had started in the same, you know, with whoa, the heck?
Next.
What I found was, and the reason why I started doing this one a bit more is against the bigger bosses, the grenades were more effective than the galvanic shards. The galvanic shards seem better against the trash.
Eat this!
But the grenades seem better against some other things, right? They definitely have click. Oh, I thought this connected. Duh. Oh, and is this... I think that's all done over here too, isn't it? I've been running back and forth. Oh, such a dumbass sometimes. Okay. Okay. I know. He was already dead. I was on a roll, though. Just in case you're wondering how the freeze does the fire, that's that Herald of Ash. And then you get the ailment, right? That's why you don't see it all the time. It's only on certain overkills. Alright. I like the sticky grenades so they don't bounce. The nice thing about the stun grenades is they have a fairly fast detonation. See?
Where did I go? Bloody horrors!
They don't hit as hard, but if something's frozen, it'll cause them to shatter. I don't want to get too close to that. It'll make me run after it. But I don't even understand why. I don't know what it is. Treats it like one of those spirit hunter things I ran into on the other one. Run around after it, but I don't know that I get any particular rewards for it. See, there's something darn convenient about being able to just... Oh! What are you guys doing sneaking up on people like that? That's not cool. Uncool. You are uncool. Official like guys. Alright. Okay, I was expecting more spiders to drop for some reason. I like the stun one though. Uh-oh. Lagging a little bit. Don't give me the boot. Uh-oh. Great.
All in a day's work.
Alright. Ha ha ha. Did the laggy go away? It seems like it did, didn't it? Kinda. Alright. I do like this build though, and I do have a tendency to think that
Fire in the hole!
it's very good.
Need more time. Back, beast!
And you notice that I get 4 and 2 instead of 3 and 1. That's because of that one skill. There's a lot of stuff in here. There's also a difference in the armor. This guy here is in evasion and the magic shield. The other one is in evasion and armor, which is your default one for the mercenary. It's the one that all of its skills are built around and everything. Now, what you end up with, the difference between the two primarily is that both have evasion, but one has the energy shield and one has armor. Evasion gives you a chance to avoid all the damage altogether. Armor is a reduction in the damage taken. And then the mana shield is in between evasion and armor and the chain, and will, essentially absorb the damage from that. So this guy has 0 armor, and everything is evasion and shield. Whereas Resimus Prime has no shield, and everything is evasion and then armor. I don't know which one is actually more durable in the end. But, again, this is just me trying to figure it out. The nice thing about it is whatever I decide...
Weak animal!
between the two of them, I can freely move their gear around between the two of them and share it. So any final builds come up with, I seem to be lagging a bit here. Is that just me? I keep waiting to get booted. Because of the lag. Right? Now, I was on the Texas server, and it looked like the Washington server had a lower ping for me, so I moved myself over. I'm just kind of watching the special effects on his weapon and his head to see if they're jerking at all. Pausing, stalling, whatever. They seem to have smoothed out. I still feel a little jerkiness in the movement though. See right there? It's in there. So something's going on. See how jerky it's moving? I'm waiting to get booted at any time now. I wonder if I exit to the character selection. Right? And plug into town or hideout? Why doesn't he have this? Must just because of maybe his location. He's already in town. Don't know. Alright, let's see if we can, if it's still... Huh? See if it's running a little smoother here. You have to understand too, you know, for me, I'm not looking for super challenging builds because I'm just starting to get to know this game. So I'm looking for stuff that I can find a certain amount of success with, right? As opposed to struggle. So I'm looking for stuff that's relatively simple to play. I don't want to have to try to do complicated combos or anything like that, you know. I was working with the monk and I was like, oh yeah, you have to really start thinking in terms of combos with that one. And so I get why that's kind of like a higher level game thing. Alright, kind of moving along. See, so he's slower than the other version.
Bag of bones.
But, you know, he does a pretty good job otherwise. The one other thing I think that this build is actually a little bit better with the bosses. I think that the grenade usage is a little bit more versatile when it comes to the bosses and the galvanics. But you know, anytime you start dealing with a lot of trash with the bosses, galvanic shards really step up. They're great at dealing with the trash. Superb. Alright. Don't like spiders. Especially not ones that look bitey. Right?
Surprise!
The Halani gates. There we go. You know, the goal is just to sit back and just bomb the crap out of things. You know, the one thing about it is when you do this, because everything is pretty much AoE, the one thing you're not worried about is a whole lot of accuracy, right? Yeah, because everything's area of effect. And just bomb the crap out of them. And see, this is where the cooldown comes in. You see, I have right now, was it like a 60%? Or like faster than that. Watch this little Q down in the corner.
Need a sec.
And like you know, one of the problems that I ran into when I first started doing with the grenades is that I'd get caught on the cooldown waiting for it before I could fire again. Running with the 2 grenades like I am, I can
Eat this! Simple enough.
and what's nice is on some things, because you know it takes a couple hits to do that, you can throw some stuff down pretty quick.
Off machine!
Yeah, so it's a bit slower. The heck was that? Did you see that with like the little? Must be this guy right here, right?
Who's next?
Still my preferred one sometimes when possible for dealing with bosses is that armor piercing. Sometimes it can seem just hard to get on them. I like it. I don't know which one I like better though. Or did we finish everything then here? Oh, I just heard something. Did hear something.
Fire in the hole!
Notice how the shock ones will knock things back a little bit. They've got a pretty good power to their stuns. Okay, well, kind of a dead end. Alright, let's take a look at the map. Let's see, am I missing something here? Oh, up there in this corner over here. Let's see what else we got. Some stuff right up here too. Oh. Alright. And where am I? Okay. I'm over here. So we want to go... Alright, let's see here. What did we miss at the very beginning? Easy enough to go to that waypoint and come back. Oh, I see. Glass blower's bauble. That's a new one. This should be... Okay, looks like we're entering the Val ruins here, people. let's finish off the map before we come around and do that. What is this thing anyways? Improves the quality of a flask. Okay. Guess we sit on that for a while until I get to, you know, end game kind of flasks, huh? All right. Okay. Okay, nothing else in here. Don't need the waypoint. We know we're gonna have the Val ones. What we have, you know, it's just a half a bubble. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. But my goal is to try and get the level before I do the Val rooms. No, I don't have to. But I'd like to know this is all done before I go in there. Because I'll probably step away for just a few minutes and then come back. Oops.
Here it comes!
There we go. That's what I wanted. Excellent. Seems like a longer path than what it took for me to get in. Alright, let's go back. Okay. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Because we're going to end up going into town. What's this? No. Yep. Okay.
Gotta stay quick on my feet.
What? There we go. not magical, not quality, so we'll toss them. We'll go into town. And then show ourselves. Make our level stuff. Whoops. Hey, bud.
How can I
Thank you.
move swiftly?
No, wow, nothing for the bench. Okay.
Speak up.
That's it. Okay.
Stay in sight.
Need something? Browse as long as you like.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Take a quick look at weapons in particular. Nothing. See, this is armor and energy shield, evasion, armor, evasion, energy shield, armor and energy shield. Hard to find gear that
Take
has
care.
exactly that mix of things in it. Alright, let's put some stuff back. Salted. Alright. Is this a new pickup? It is, isn't it? Okay, so if this is new, all right, not bad. Put you over here. You can see it's starting to collect now, like so many other things. All right, is that it?
Nice try.
All right, and I will essentially try to clip my timeout out of the equation. And in the meantime, oh wait, you know what I didn't do? Bad me. Skill point. All right. See, we can see we got these grenade ones. See, that's our extra skill, our extra cooldown. So now we came across here. We picked up 5, 10, 15, and 25% cooldown. Now we're back here. We're gonna work our way up here. Damage, detonation time. That's kind of a big one, I think. All right. So we need 2 more levels, which would put me still a level below Resimus, and get this, he's one zone ahead of me. So this guy is technically moving faster, and again, Resimus had to be respect, so this guy started out the gate with a little bit more of a plan than what I started with the other one. But yeah, we'll go all the way up to the detonation time, and then we have to decide whether or not we go for Herald skills or go back up the chain for a little bit. Oh, looking good though. 2 more and we get that grenade detonation, which means they should pop off faster. Alright. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. It's got a little longer than I thought it was going to be, but such is the way of things sometimes. Actually, I came back and I saw that I'd been that it had timed out, went back to the login screen because it'd been like 2 hours. So, you know, thank goodness you can cut that out. You know, you don't have to put it up there. I guess that would be one of the advantages of not like trying to live stream some of the stuff, because if you have to live stream some of it, you gotta have time set aside, right? And on the other hand too, you know, then you don't have to go back after the fact. You just well, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but it just seems like at that point, if you've been live streaming, it's already out there. As soon as you end it, it's already basically published. You don't have to do anything else. It's kind of a one and done if everything's set up right, you know. And then if you want to go back in, I guess you can go back in and what? Edit it, turn it into clips, whatever the case may be. But you know, so I don't know. Sometimes I wonder about just using that as a format to try to assist in the recording. Not certain. I am trying to get a better set of headsets though, because I hate the earmuff things, right? But you know, they seem to have a better mic, right? I do have some halfway decent. I mean, they sound good to me. They're Techniques earbuds. I think 3 mics in each bud, and I don't know, they work good for a lot of things, but sometimes they seem a little hit or miss. Like sometimes it seems like everything sounds fine, perfect actually, and other times it seems kind of sketchy. So I'm still trying to settle on what I want to do. I prefer earbuds. I get why people use an external mic and maybe like earbuds because of comfort, and then you get the better mic. I don't know. You know, it's more about comfort for me than anything, and I don't like these things. They get heavy on me after a while. I'd like to play longer with them, but as I approach about 45 minutes, I start to not like them. So, you know, and so if I remember right, when we left this guy off, we were supposed to go back and do a Val ruin. Let's see here. So there's the Val ruin. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. But I thought that was left behind. Oh, shoot. Never mind. I guess I was gone long enough that we're in respawns. Okay. Yeah, because see, the map still looks clear, but obviously it's not clear. Let's see here. I hear stuff. Oh.
Blind him!
Oh, wrong one. Here we go. Have to get back into my groove. They love me. I don't like that particular spider thing because by sending off the little stream of them, I've been caught by them more than I normally get caught. Although, you know, this is... It's not so bad to have the respawns here, though, because this is a decent experience for me. I've already got a bar just in this little corner. So this is when I get down and I'm like, oh, yes, you know, this is how the Resimus Prime got up a level. I probably ground up another one. See now what happened was, because I didn't go in there and it timed out, it's gone. That's frustrating. I could have taken advantage of that to really get some experience, because you can generally get very good experience in those. Yeah, I'm a little bummed by that. But, you know, it's my own fault. I was gone for too long. So, nothing's going to fall down. Sometimes when you go along the edges of the walls, stuff will pop out or drop down. So sometimes I'll go back and scroll along the edges of the walls to see if I can draw out another spawn or two. And see, so far with this build at this level, and I know this isn't what the end game is, right? But at this level, so far, this particular combination has been relatively strong for me. Because one of the things that I did is I added the third slot to the frost bolts. Because then what I do is I get... And you don't necessarily have to do that. You could just do it the final two. But what you want is you want the freeze, because it gives 50% more buildup, which is a lot. And then I like the chilled ground, because that's how I get that big slowdown space when I hit them, right? And see that big slowdown space? And that gives me more room to play when it comes to my grenades, because then they're slowed down, right? And so I find that to be real handy. That's the word I'm looking for. It's very handy. You know, and I have no idea what some of these people who I've seen play, you know, what look like some of them are. You know, they're trying to give like tips or tricks. They're usually so high level that, you know, the maps they're playing on stuff, I don't recognize anything. And half of what they're saying just doesn't register for me. No, I mean seriously though, I was sitting here watching this one, and this guy's talking, and he's talking about how, you know, PoE 1 compared to PoE 2, and this particular ranking doesn't exist here, but that did this, which gave you such and such a percentage. Really? You know? I mean, you know, numbers are good and all, and you know, but that's just a little too invested. You know, can't we just say this works best? Do we really have to go through all the other stuff, or is it really that much of a necessity in order to sort out what you need as you go through it all, right? I don't know. But I listen to some of that stuff and I'm like, yeah, you know, I end up not, how should I say, hearing it all. Because, you know, I start tuning out, you know. You know, it's like when you ask a woman a yes or no question and they start giving you a story. Not because they're lying or anything, but you know, because they don't do yes or no questions. Not so well anyways. And, you know, you kind of just start to tune out after a while, right? It's just kind of what happens. See, okay, so now here's this thing. Do I chase these spirits? I hate this stuff. Because all chasing spirits does is dig you into trouble, right? I swear, that's our whole purpose, is to just see how far into hell they can get you. All right. Yeah, sure. You can say it. You know, that's a bit of a stereotype. But I'll tell you what. At as I approach 60, it's a stereotype for a reason. It's not that they all do it, but a lot of them sure do.
Stop him.
It's just a fact. It's not meant to be anything mean, you know. I could easily say the same things about many things guys do. Just has to come up with a topic. You know, we are all at a certain level creatures of our essence, right? We try to deny it sometimes. We try to overthink it, try to complicate it. But what we really have to do is instead we have to celebrate that which is our essence and be thankful for everything that it has done for us. This comes back to one of my kind of well, it goes back to the whole kind of the foundation of the Anishinaabe, right? Which is that we are spiritual beings in a physical realm, and these are trials of a sort. We're here to learn, and because of that, we are visitors. And just like any visitor, when you go into somebody else's home, you must abide by their rules. When in Rome, right? And at the same time too, like for myself, I spent a great deal of my youth in the outdoors, and I don't mean you going to public campgrounds. Yes, I did do that a lot with my parents and stuff, but at the same time too, I spent a lot of time in places like the BWCA, right? The Boundary Waters community, where you weren't allowed to bring gas motors, you weren't allowed to bring glass, you weren't allowed to bring canned stuff. What you brought in, you had to bring out. And they would check your bags on the way in every time, when you got into the boat. And the rest of it was all canoeing and portaging, right? And the goal is if you came to a campsite, you left that campsite better than how you got to it. As good or better, right? Sometimes you get to them and they're all decked out, firewood and everything, so you'd leave it in the shape that you found it, right? You'd restock the wood and stuff before you left. Other times you'd come to them and they're sparse and empty. The goal would be to try to make it to the next traveler that came along, right? The things were ready for them, and that if they did the same thing for the next traveler that came after them, things were ready for them too. Wow, he's a big one. Where did he come from all of a sudden? Now, one of the things about guys like this is they're so slow that you don't really feel like they're gonna get to you so much. But what they can do is they can chase you into other areas of the map. So if you engage them before you cleared off an area, that guy following you around is a bunch of small stuff getting on your ass. Now that can kind of suck. So, come on. Well, a lot of them. This is where I like the slowdown thing, right? Because it keeps them all from just swarming me to the same extent. Now, this must not scale well as a weapon, because I don't know that I've seen as many people using this up at the top, but superior. Does that mean we got quality? We do. Nice. Remember, if I take this to the bench and give it a whack, I'll get something that can improve the quality of my weapon. So now this one's already at 20%, so it's max. And what I didn't know at first was I didn't understand what quality did. So it raised my underlying values. So it raised my physical damage. It raised, you know, that baseline number, but we came up with each, I think, about 4% that I got on there. So it seems a little, how should I say, spendy to me, right? To do that, because the number of items I had to use to do that was pretty high. But if you're going to have a weapon for an extended period of time like this one, until I find something better, it's going to last, you know, for a while. And I will try to get it. This is what I want the veil thing for, to add additional items to it. See how many are in here? I can add more to it. I think I can anyways. I don't know. I can't remember if it's already fully loaded or not for this level. But I'm still very low level. You have to understand too. This is a... What's this guy? 22? 23. Ooh, 23. Big 23. The other thing too, and I've kind of found out is, you know, when you go through and you look at your numbers and stuff, really only look out to about level 75 to 80, because at that point things are so slow and so hard that you're not going to make regular advancements. So you need to, the build that you're going to have at that level needs to be foundational. Meaning, whatever you get to at 75 to 80 points, that's got to be the foundation which you're going to really build all of your upper level battles off of, right? Because anything you get after that is going to be one tiny level here, one tiny little bump from a level there at that point. So instead of like, see, I was looking at it like, oh, you know, oh, you got to get up to the whole 120. No. Odds are as you approach 90, it's going to come to near crawl, and you'll spend a lot of time grinding in endgame, you know. Which is why with all the grinding, people get all of the big AoE stuff going, right? Superior, nice. How'd that end up there? Dang. See, and that's why I like that cooldown, because that's what really gives me the ability to just keep launching like that, you know, because look, there you go, I've got back up to 4 and 2. I haven't really tried this with galvanic shard, but I suppose if you had the maim on that, but because I use the Herald of Ash, to enhance the fire damage. And that's why you get, sometimes when I shoot it with the frost, you see the fire explosion. Because with the Herald of Ash, something called an overkill, which I don't really understand the mechanics of. All I know is that you do more damage than it has hit points, I think, by a certain amount, whatever that is. Then you get an effect from it. Oh hey, I can see you back there. Oh.
All in a day's work.
And I do still like, and you'll see I use it on both builds for dealing with the bosses. The what is this? The where'd it go? The armor piercing one, because I do like the way it works them down as far as taking out the armor and stuff. And just mostly exclusively for the bosses, right?
Now!
When I really need some single target action. There we go. Yeah. See how nicely that slowed that spindly-legged monster? Yeah. Nice slow patch. I like that. Because the other thing that happens is they have object collision. So you'll notice a spider can't walk through another spider. So if it gets locked down, it'll try to go around it. But if it's slowed, it brings it almost to a stop. And that can be real nice. Now again, like I said, I'm a very average player. I am by no means one of these high skill speed demons, you know. So if you watch me, you're watching about what any average Joe can get away with in the game. Right? You do not have to, anything that I'm doing, trust me, you can do too. It's, because I take a real simple approach to a lot of things, you know. Oh. Nice thing too is with the stun grenades. Come on, guys. They have such a quick thing that if you get somebody that's too close to you or a group of them that are too close to you, you can use it a little bit more like that, actively, than having to try to wait for something to walk over it, right? See, so you can do like this too, where you just seed an area. Right, you just go into it, because my refresh is fast enough now that I can just kind of dump them out as I'm going if I want. I'm surprised I haven't run into anything here though. Again, I can't tell where I've already been.
Need a sec.
Alright. I'm still a little bummed that I missed out on the Veil thing, but that means I think on the next one I'll start over again, which means I have 6 more maps to go through before I get another one. Who's this? Ancient Seal. Oh, this can't be good. This can't be good. Oh, is this what I think it is? This is not good if this is what I think it is. This is not good. Alright, let's just...
Gotta be something valuable behind those doors.
I'm a long ways away from a level, so... I don't want to lose anything. I don't know. You know... I can't remember if I lose anything or not. I don't want to take any chances. Because of the skill gems that are there.
How can I advise?
So...
Time
let's
Make haste.
just... See, there's the bench. And... There, look at that. Quality item. Nice. Grab you, grab you, grab you, grab you. See, and that's where I get this right here, the Weststones. Increase, that's how you get that quality up in that. And from the armor, when you get it, that's how you get the ones that you can increase your armor with. What is that? Sell.
Need something? No need to rush. I'll unburden you.
Oh, you will you? Isn't
Sans
that
guide
kind of you? And always for a profit, I'm sure. Oop, 20. Okay, good. Need to have a nice little pile of those things. These are the ones that have slots. And again, you think it looks like a lot. Think about this. To do 2, if you don't have the Val do them, takes 2 of these, and you can do 2 per item as far as armor and weapons go, right? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and I'm not sure, but I think you can do that too, to 12. 12 out of 30. And how many possible sets of armor could you go through before you get up to 75? See, so I don't want to waste them. Here's the other thing too. I've started to gather. Gem Cutter's Prisms improves the quality of a skill gem. Now I haven't looked to see what that exactly does. I'm going to assume it does the same thing here, where I don't think that it affects the increases, but it does affect all the defaults, right? In which case, well, I don't want to spend too much time here, or because I've got that thing there that's going to kill me. Well, you know, maybe I'm not in that much of a rush. Oh man, that's what I think it is. It's a real pain. Well, it was, anyways. I didn't really understand what it was doing, and if it's what I'm thinking it is, I died to it. Oh man, 2-3 times in a row. But I didn't know what I was doing with it. I didn't understand the fight. Which lets me know how some of the other ones, there's going to be other ones that I just don't understand. I'm going to get my butt kicked because I don't understand the fight. Not because I can't beat it, but because I'm like, oh, I'm doing the wrong thing. Let's see if this is what I'm thinking. If what it is what I'm thinking, it's going to be a floating lady, lich, I don't know, with 3 ribbons, and you detach the ribbons and it starts kicking your butt and starts poisoning the room. And you try to destroy the poison things, it doesn't work. And she kind of disappears, and so you have to run around until you see her again, and then attack her and force her to do her thing, and then that stops the poison temporarily. If it's what I'm thinking it is. Now, the last time I did her, I don't want to say it that way. The last time I did this, I did it with Resimus Prime, so it was done with the galvanic shards and stuff, and Now I don't have that. Now I'm going to be doing the frosties and the grenades and the I had the armor piercing from the one before, but with this I can't remember. Well, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Is this the one? It is.
These seem a bit excessive.
No. After my first encounter with her, I don't think it's excessive at all. In fact, I don't think I should remove these, but I kind of have to. She's gonna get mean to me now.
Now, Jinga, I prove myself. Face me.
I shall.
Visions of terror.
See, this is where you have to keep running around and find her. You see that Pleasant coming up? You gotta get her to do her thing. Holy cow. Jeez. Holy cow.
Yes, a coin.
Now I did this, what level did I do this at? 23? So I did this 2 levels lower than I did it with Resimus. And see, I didn't understand that fight, and you really, it's easy to find yourself overwhelmed with poison in that one, the green clouds. And I don't know, I still didn't probably do it as well as I should have. But dang, that's a tough one. What? Are we all back to scratch again here? Alright. I'm still bummed. All right. So I have to get out of here because it's a mine. I have to go out, don't I? Okay. There's Z, the letter Z on the keyboard. That's the difference between having all the labels up and down. See the ones on the side here? See? Anything I don't have, I like them up. It's too easy for me to miss them. Alright, let's see what we got going here.
You released Valbara from her prison.
Well, you guys
and
told
she
me to.
fought well. Good.
Yeah,
She may now earn her redemption.
Not nice.
If the ancient places still hold power. Her barrier contains her soul. She will tell you what to do next.
Ah. Bossy, bossy, bossy. Is what it is. Is what it is. Oh.
War Knights.
What do I have here? Armor and evasion. Well, let's go talk to the big man.
Quickly.
Quickly, quickly, always in a hurry. Anything? Nothing. Alright.
Browse as long as you like.
What is this? See, we'll have that one disenchanted.
As you wish.
And we'll have that disenchanted. Do we have anything of quality? Kind of worth purchasing if you do. Armor, evasion. See, now the thing that I wonder about, you know, because I've got some high evasion stuff that I've collected and I've used it, and I think that's nice about it is, okay, it increases that chance that you take no damage, but you have no cushion afterwards. It seems to me that you either have to have armor so that if the hit gets through, you take a percentage less, right? Or you have to have the energy shield, right?
Blessings.
So that if it gets through the evade, it hits something before it hits you, essentially, right? So, see, armor of 13, 3%, and it's not linear, because you can never apparently get to 100. So you're on a curve. So, you know, the farther up you go, the less effect the additional armor has. So, but you know that's your damage reduction. So I look at that and I say, oh, you know, ideally you would probably have a certain amount of armor so that you could reduce any damage you took by 30%, say. Not even get into a big one. Just being able to reduce it by 30%. And then if you have an energy shield and evade in front of that, see, so right now the way it is, with this guy's build, he has no armor really. So if it gets through, he takes a good solid whack, right? But he's got a 28% chance to evade. See, so again, you can never get to 100%, right? So that number has to get very high, and then when it gets through, it's going to get through with a big whack. So at least this is like gives me, you know, 518 life, but it's also giving me 157. So it's more like I've got, you know, 675 life. And this recharges pretty quick. What do I have to do now anyways? Find a way to open the gates. Oh man, do I have to go through it again? Did I mess up? Was I supposed to go through those gates? I thought I did go through those gates. Bugger. Well. Well, get it? Really? What else do I got? It's the same thing, it doesn't matter what I do. This is oh man. Grind, grind, grind. Alright. Is it gonna look all clear so I don't know what's been done again? Yeah. Isn't there a waypoint around here somewhere? Or not a waypoint, but whatever that other thing is. Checkpoint, that's it. Why is this one off to the side? So we go all the way to here. Clear the area. Because we don't want to ever drop in here and find ourselves getting mauled. Right? I think I already did. Good. Alright. So, what is this now? Oh!
Someone's fighting up ahead.
Is this the run through the... where you go with her and you gotta run through the crowds? This is one where the galvanic shock just ate things alive. This would be a good, interesting one to see how this goes with these guys. Oh!
Idiot! Eat this!
Hold them back while I open the gate.
Well, still works.
Oh yeah. Galvanic shot is considerably faster at this point. Alright. Now it could simply be because when I last went through this with him, he was 25th or 26th level, and this guy's 23. And you do get about, my understanding from the people we're talking is it doesn't sound like much, but you get 6% essentially up on your power at every level. So at 3 levels over, that's 18% more overall power, which is substantial. It's the best way through. You know, the one thing that too is the way they have this set up, you have big numbers, but you have a lot of really small choke points, right? Yeah. So they're gonna come leaping over the walls. Hello.
Here it comes! You're dead!
See, so not as fast,
Shiny.
but definitely functional, right?
We shall not rest. Kingswell.
Six of six. Oh, it's starting out fresh. All right. Okay. We haven't opened it yet. We need to make sure the rest of the area is clear around this.
Fire in the hole!
Don't want to go down too far down that way. All right. And we want to make sure that when we do this, don't open it. Nice, it kept them, so I can go in on this one just because I missed the last one. That's good. And because it is right now 3:15 in the morning for me,
Greetings.
I'm going to
Speak up.
going to test it since I know now that I can come back, and if I rerun it and reopen it, I can get it's gonna be at 6. I'm gonna
I will tell your tale.
Hmm? Browse as long as you like.
oh, did I not do that? Oh, silly me.
Goodbye.
And come back to it because I have to work in the morning.
Stay inside.
I have to work in 4.5 hours. So I need to step away. Let's see here. See, and the thing about it is, the reason why I haven't used any of these skills is I don't know which build is my better build right now, right? In the long run, I don't know if my if the crossbow guy is going to be, if not crossbow guy, but if the grenade guy is going to be better than the galvanized shard guy, because the builds are very, very different from one another. We'll just show you real quick. Because you saw this build before, right? And so I basically, you know, I tap down, I get my grenade cooldowns, and what I'm working towards is this detonation time, so they go off even faster, right? And then I will take this and I will move back further down the line to here, to here, to here, go this one, and just go to this first spot here to get another 15% on the cooldown. And then I would like to, right here, I get 10% more, and see, so if I go over here to get to this one here, I can, if I go to here, I'll pick up area of effect, area of effect, area of effect, cooldown, area of effect, area, damage in the area of effect, damage in the area of effect. And so that's a great little tree to go down right there for these, right? Increase the spread of those explosions, and then increase the damage within those explosions, right? And I can, even if I want to, go for additional armor breakage, which I'll probably do because that's a great thing for these. I don't want to do the full tree over here though. I could here, you know, 12% damage, 12% damage. That's pretty good. Because again, it's the grenade stuff. But one thing I think about getting too is this right here: blind enemies when they stun you, just as a defensive thing. So that when they do stun me, that they get blinded, so that they're on the weak side of that a little bit, right? But for now, yeah, just really jack up the damage. And the other thing that I want to do is I think about going over here, coming up here, because of the grenades, and either being like fire or there's ones next here up, I think, are, well, there's a variety of them, right? Because you get poison, you get fire, you get electricity. I assume you'll get cold, but I don't actually know. I haven't seen one, so maybe not. But then you come up here and you get that elemental damage up at there. Flammability magnitude, 50% increase. So things start to burn based on that. Don't know if that's worth it or not. I question it, which is why I haven't done anything there. I like the blind though. Another one I like, because movement to me is a very big deal, and a lot of times you end up dependent upon your boots, because it's the only thing that adds movement speed. And so I look at these two, and yeah, it could be a little expensive to come out of this and burn it, but immune to hinder, immune to maim, both of those are essentially snares or slowdowns, right? And ignore movement penalties from armor. The other thing you get is that 5% reduced slowing penalty of debuffs, right? 5%, or you get an increased movement speed, slowing penalty, movement speed. Well, then the other thing that you do for defensive is you come along here and you go, oh, let's add some armor and evasion. Armor and evasion, you can do this here for later. Once you've got your damages set out and you need to start protecting yourself more. 100%, 120% increased armor, not so worried about that, but evasion when low on life. So you get down low on life, so I'd get another 100% on my one at the low level I'm at. I'd probably get 6% damage off then, not a big deal, but 120% increased evasion. So I could go from a 30% evasion to a 45%, right? That's a pretty big deal. But the other thing at the top of this one here, though, You get a 60% increase if you have hit an enemy. So when you start, you know, blasting all that stuff and hit, you get a steady increase of 60%, but 5% reduced movement speed penalty from using skills while moving. You know, every time you slow down when you start shooting, that affects that, all of that stuff. And so and I do like that additional evasion and stuff. Another one that I look at going for in terms of that is to come here, reduce the hits against me, critical ones, by 20% damage. Or damage bonus. So when they crit on me, they crit for, you know, they get a reduced amount. You know, when you start talking about things that can one-shot you, taking that edge off is a big deal. Another one is to come down here and you can pick up a 50% increase in evasion if you've been hit recently, so then pick up another one if somebody's whacked you or even hit you lightly. And armor if you haven't been. I don't have any particular value for that, but that additional 60%, that's nice. Increase that stun threshold. Increase your ailment threshold. Increase your movement speed if you've killed recently. So when you start doing those group attacks, again, movement speed, not hindering you, not slowing you down, so you maintain your movement speed even when you're under fire. So I start looking at movement speed and defensive stuff once I get past the bulk of my AoE damage and my cooldowns. You know, the question is do I come here and do I burn the levels and the points to get to this? Give them a 15% chance to activate a second time. You know, you fire enough of them, it could come in, don't know, could be good, could be good. Uh-oh, that did sound good. Oh, checking there, I thought, oh my god, did I start looking through this stuff when I was sitting in the dungeon? I've done that before. Excuse me. So let's do this, okay? Now we go to Resimus Pride. Same area, I've got him up the same one, fighting the same stuff, but he's done more grinding. So he is 26. Makes a big difference on the ease that you go through some of that stuff. Excuse me. But look at his tree. Comes down. He's got the reduced critical, ailments. Reload speed because he's doing a lot of firing. Ailments. I need to get to here. And then we increase chance of ailments. But then we get to this one here, which is damaging ailments cannot be inflicted on you while you already have one. So you can't get ailments stacked on you. You can only get one. I think that might be surprisingly effective, or surprisingly useful later in life. But then he's going to come back here, and he's going to come all the way over to here, and he'll pick up more physical damage, which is nice because that very often for a lot of things converts to elemental damage, but then another 20% chance on the physical. But then here's the other thing. He's going to come up here. Increase that lightning for that galvanic shards. Damage penetrates 15% resistances. Come back through him because he's doing ailments. All 4 of these are ailments. So his stuff he'll get the electrocute, which he's going to come here. He's going to go here and do that, because if he gets electrocute, what electrocute does is you have to sit here and you have to go through all of these things, right? Interrupts the target's actions. So it's an interrupt, not a stun. Prevents them performing an action. Well, you want, when you hit your rares, when you hit those ones casting spells, you want to interrupt them. And when you do big AE on that, that's the ticket for that right there. And because electrocute is an ailment, we get a 25% increased buildup of it there as well. So that's the route he's going. And then once he has those baselines in there, again, I look at increasing the threshold for defense, increasing movement speed and defense, right? Defense. With this one, I'd like to get over here, but I don't know. But that's all. Some of these changes are the ones that are post 75, right? When you're really trying to get defensive. When you start to get, I want to get up to the 95, from 75 to 95. These additional points become the ones that I'm looking at for making those changes as you crawl up into those upper ones. Because the other thing too, and here not so much, but I don't know if I can show it here or not. No, I don't think you can show the ascendancy. But within the ascendancy for the Witch Hunter, one of the things that you can put 3 things into, and you can put a few, is more cooldowns for the grenades again. You can really try to make those grenades almost instant. And I think even in the latest patch coming out, they released a grenade launcher crossbow, literally. And the thing about that is that crossbow imparts the ability to have the grenades explode on impact. So it turns into like literally a grenade gun as opposed to a grenade launcher. And and while that is a single weapon and it's the penultimate one to get, it does show you your target goal for the grenades is to reduce that. Hence why I'm going for the detonation thing right now to get that 25% off. Then there are skill gems that can reduce that time down to try to get it down to much closer. Launch, wait, boom. Launch, wait, boom. So the wait is very short as opposed to launch, wait, boom. You know what I mean? That way you can be more reactive and less just kind of tossing them out openly into an area. I think I'm at right now like a 80 or 85% reduction, so fairly significant. But that's why I need to get, because the other thing too, so I can have things that while I'm in the presence of somebody else, I reduce their cooldowns. That happens to me too. So you need that. That's partially why okay. So if I add another 25% on top of it for the 2 that I have, I'll be over 100%. Yeah, because if something's going to reduce that at all on me, like I do to things around me, that still makes everything relatively fast. And the other thing I wonder about is for this guy here in particular, because of he's using the 2-shot and he's because for him, the 2-shot doesn't matter so much, a little bit, but because he showers with the grenades for the most part, it's just for his freeze. And maybe it'd be worthwhile, but there's a thing called double barrel, which increases your reload time by like 50%. I think there's a double barrel 2, maybe even a double barrel 3, which gets you down to 40% or 30%. But that's why you have the other reload things in there. If you reload fast enough, that both barrels at the same time. But with this shotgun, then you get 2 shots, so it's four blast, double blast, and then you hit your reload. So I'm gonna have to experiment with that because that might make a bit more of a difference on both of them in the short, because both of them TwoDogs uses it defensively right when things get up on. So getting the double blast, getting the double freeze chance maybe might be good, especially maybe against some bosses. And for him, that might just make that galvanic charge, double that damage as it spreads out. So when he's doing 2 now to get a kill, it might be 1, right? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see the next time I bring her up. All right, people. One other thing to just to mention. Ooh, doesn't that look nice? interesting that these boats are all the same. Makes me wonder if that's not set up for tourists and they bring them out there as a part of like a you pay for it, right? You pay to do a day trip or whatever, and this is one of the things to do. Oh, we take you out for lunch on an island. You know, I could see it. I've done enough poking around. There it is. I've already got it preloaded, ready to go. I never completed the first one because I only discovered it, and then this was coming out, and I'm like, no, let's just go into this. Really pretty fresh, and we'll see. But this will be the next thing, so I'll be bouncing back and forth between Path of Exile and this. I won't mix and match inside of any one particular thing that I do, but I will be doing primarily those two games going forward. Oh, look, it added an icon. We'll set you. Oh, we can't, can we? Oh, you're part of the Steam thing. Well, we go into Steam anyway, so there we go. I hope these are the kind of days you have sometimes. Take care of yourselves. Tough out there.